A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Goodison Park, home of Everton FC, host today to the PlayStation Schools Cup Under 15s Cup for Boys final. It's St Francis Xavier's College versus Little Heath School. St Francis Xavier's College, better known as SFX. They are in the claret and blue on your left, Little Heath in the white on your right. Let's take a look at the two teams. We start with SFX. They have Dylan O'Brien in goal, number 1. 2 is Vinnie Borrows, wearing 3, Lewis Sinnott. 4, Daniel Longworth. 6, Joseph White. 7, Louis Sharp. 8 is Matthew Watt. Wearing 9 is Jake Burton. The number 10 is Thomas Massey. 11, Ross Craig. And number 18, Dominic Ross Hesketh. They're coached by Mike Platt. Their opponents this afternoon are Little Heath School. They have Bradley Christie in goal. Neil Aspel plays wearing the number 2. Nathan Jones wears 3. James Knight, number 4. 5, Liam Parry. 6, Jack Armitage. 7 is Archie Hayes. 8, Kai Mills. 9 is Shay Edwards. 10, Taylor Harry. And 11, Nathan Claxton. They are managed by Mike Hannum. The two sides can call upon their respective benches for this afternoon's final. Jack Ayres, Maxwell Griffin, Simon Grace, Dominic Riley and Patrick Jones are in reserve for St Francis Xavier's College, and Little Heath have Matthew Bustin, Harry Ambler and Tanbir Hussain to call upon if needed. Both of these schools have endured 9 rounds of top competition to get to this stage, one of the grandest stages. A Premier League stadium, home of one of the top teams in the country in Everton, and a lovely moment as well for Mike Platt, who is himself an Everton fan. SFX, if you're unaware, a school based in Liverpool. Quite a few Blues out on the pitch today, including the man in charge, who is delighted to get the home dressing room, not only because it's a lot bigger than the away, but because it means he gets to sit in the seat held by many Everton legends, Howard Kendall and the like. The current manager, of course, Ronald Koeman, is replaced today by a true blue, the coach of SFX, Mike Platt. For Little Heath, they had a 6-hour journey up here from the south today. The trip went well. They're feeling nervous and excited, and so are we. We're looking forward to this one. Should be a cracker. SFX will kick us off, playing from left to right in the first half. We will play 40-minute halves. If the scores are level at the end of 80 minutes, we will have 2 10-minute periods of extra time. After that, it is obviously going to be penalties. What else? Both teams will be hoping it doesn't come to that as we kick off on a sunny day in Merseyside. And it's a good start early on here by Taylor Harry, driving down the right-hand side for Little Heath. Tries to make his way into the area, and it's put behind for the game's first corner for Little Heath. Taylor Harry, who's currently a product of the Chelsea youth system, playing a year up there as well. Very, very talented young man. Corner will be taken from the far side. Everyone bar 2 back defending it for SFX. It's floated in towards the edge of the area. Headed away, only as far. There's Nathan Jones, who takes it back to the corner taker. Just stumbled, attempting a trick too many there, did Nathan Claxton, and SFX can clear up to the front men. This is Jake Burton, the number 9. Battling away, doing really well, and he's fouled. Free kick. No doubt about that. Easy decision for the referee to make, who is incidentally Josh Smith, assisted by Yasmin Saeed and Anthony Ferguson. Fourth official is Callum Jones. And later on today at Goodison Park, we saw a goal scored in the opening minute. Can we repeat the trick? Dangerous position for a free kick. Will it be the right or the left to swing this in? It is the right footer, curled in towards the goalkeeper, and he was beaten to it by Jake Burton, who just got a foot on the end of it, ahead of Bradley Christie. But in the end, the danger passed. And Little Heath can clear their lines. Here's Taylor Harry, driving forward. Tries to reverse the ball through. It's a good bit of defending by Dominic Ross Hesketh, who clears. It's an important header by Liam Parry for Little Heath. And here comes Thomas Massey down the line. Ross Craig looking to find the byline, and that'll be SFX's first corner of the game. Open start here. Both teams not afraid to commit themselves in the early going here. Swung in, good looking delivery, keeper comes and flaps at it, but it is half dealt with. And Little Heath now properly clear their lines, hoiked back into the area, and go all the way through to the goalkeeper, who just cushions it down into his path. And can now look to come out with the ball, long kick up the field, down the Little Heath right. And it's Kai Mills and Lewis Sinnott battling for it, and it's Sinnott who wins it, the fullback for SFX. And a chance maybe here for the Merseysiders. Again, battling hard, Jake Burton. It's another SFX corner. Jake Burton, who recently scored 2 goals in the final of the Merseyside Junior Shield, which SFX won. He was angry at his manager for taking him off as a substitute in that game when he was on 2 goals. Just gives you an indication about how much he loves to score. Corner again, swung in on the goalkeeper, who missed it this time. Hooked back into the danger area, not really dealt with. And there's the shot, deflected over the bar. It'll be another corner. Little Heath really surviving there by the skin of their teeth. Bradley Christie, not the tallest of goalkeepers, and almost caught underneath the high ball there. It was that man Burton who ended up taking the shot for SFX. Corner again, swinging right on the goalkeeper, who doesn't deal with it again, and it must be, it is! And SFX have the early goal. It's Lewis Sharp. 4 minutes gone. And it is the Merseysiders who lead at Goodison. A sentence we're so used to hearing, of course. And SFX have struck first in the final. Lewis Sharp with a tidy finish. They've threatened from corners already. 3 deliveries into the area have not been confidently dealt with by the Little Heath defence and goalkeeper. And eventually the pressure tells. And SFX move into an early lead. Little Heath, foot on the ball. Working out to the right. Looking to get Taylor Harry on the ball again. Can't quite do it this time, and then down the left-hand side for SFX goes Ross Craig. Goal kick this time. Great pressing from Craig. Forward it goes. Calmly dealt with by Sinnott. Cleared by O'Brien. Decision goes Little Heath's way. Free kick. Good position to swing it across. Jack Amataga has his hand up at the back post for Little Heath. Swung in deep, right underneath the goalkeeper, who had to save it. Tipped over the bar for a corner. Was on target. Touch accidentally, I feel. I think it was an attempted cross. Either way, it needed saving ultimately from Nathan Jones's delivery. Corner will be taken from the far side by Nathan Claxton from Little Heath. Set piece work for SFX, will it? Will the team in white swung in, another dangerous looking ball into the area, cleared away in a rather panicked fashion by SFX, but now they can look to get on the move with Burton. Option down the right, and surging forward. It's Massey who's just shown off the ball by Amataga. Now this is Craig over the top on the left. Stood up by Jones. Tried the back heel, but Jones was strong and clears his lines. Ross Hesketh. Looking for Massey again in this right channel. Runs out of play for a SFX throw. And Vinnie Borrows across to take it. Been informed that he's got himself a cup final haircut. He's the number 2 for SFX. Quite a big deal apparently in the SFX camp. It's a big occasion for all these young boys, that's for sure. Not every day you get to run out at Goodison Park and compete in a final. And if you want to look your best, then it's a good time to do it. TV cameras capturing every moment of the action here. There's Little Heath win themselves a free kick through Niall Aspel. Taken short, Amataga flights it in, keeper comes, punches, and safely out for a corner. Third of the game for Little Heath. We've seen 6 corners already, and every one, you have to say, just inspires that little bit of panic in each defence. They've not looked comfortable, either defence, underneath the high ball from the corners. Maybe Nathan Claxton again to try and deliver for Little Heath. Right footed, flighted in, goalkeeper stays at home, headed away by Ross Hesketh was a good one. Jones underneath it for Little Heath. Tries to get it back out to the corner taker. He wasn't expecting it. Claxton. Well battled by Shea Edwards. And he gets the decision as well, free kick. Another good position this. This time it's Jack Amataga on the free kick. Called in underneath the keeper who tips it. Somewhat safe. Taylor Harry will retrieve it. Drives down the line, checks in fields. Reverses it round the corner. And good challenge in there from Joseph White to clear for SFX. Fine tackle that by Ross Craig. Gets SFX on the move. Burton's a mile offside. Launched long, and Shea Edwards will get on the end of this. Options in the middle. Ross Hesketh was strong and got there first. That's clever. And there goes Joseph White, surging down the left. Good pace from White. Options in the middle include Burton and Massey. And well defended, but it'll be another SFX corner. Corner will be taken by Matthew Watt. Called in again, the goalkeeper underneath it. His own player got it his way that time, and Christie grabs at the second attempt. Immediately looks to launch. Little Heath on their way, brought down really well out of the sky by Shea Edwards, who's got Taylor Harry in support. Amataga now. Space on this near side for Niall Aspel to move into. Crossed in and hooked away. Massey will get on the end of that. He flicked it on. That's clever defending from Daniel Longworth. Just read the situation, allowed Massey to head into no man's land and him to pick up the ball. This is Kai Mills trying to find some space. Taylor Harry picks it up. Looks like angling into the area. That's a great looking ball. Can he get there first? The attacker, he could. It's a good save in the end. Shea Edwards was through. And Dylan O'Brien had to be big and strong. Wonderful work by Taylor Harry. He's been a real creative influence in this first half so far. And Shea Edwards denied by the goalkeeper. Defender just allowed Shea Edwards in with a little bit more space in the area than I think he would have liked. Corner will be taken once again by Claxton. Swung in, keeper underneath it, good punch this time. Hooked back into the danger area, arriving is Edwards, who got there first. Goal kick. Corner, I should say. Did look like a goal kick, but the referee, Josh Smith, has a better view than I do up here. That's for sure. And he signals for another corner kick, fifth of the game for Little Heath. Can they make one count? Dylan O'Brien has been reasonably solid under the high ball so far. Might be put to the test again. Claxton flights it in. Keeper stays at home. Taylor Harry underneath it. So too was Liam Parry, but his header lacked conviction, and Dylan O'Brien can claim. And it's bowled out to Lewis Sinnott. Down the line it goes, and space here for Ross Craig. Looking to find the run of Jake Burton. Well defended by James Knight, just to shepherd him away and allow Christie to come and claim. We've played 15 minutes of the final. An SFX lead, courtesy of early goal from Lewis Sharp. Good defending from Daniel Longworth of SFX. Launched clear by O'Brien. Return header from Parry. Here come SFX, and again they're looking to exploit Jake Burton's willingness to run in those channels. And cleared away. Lewis Sharp. Flighted forward. Headed on by Craig towards Burton, but cleared, only really up rather than out. SFX player has stayed down, play continues. Eventually It's cleared, and now Taylor Harry can look to get on the go against Ross Hesketh, who's defended him really, really well there. That's superb from Dominic Ross Hesketh. I think now it's a chance for Joseph White to receive a little bit of attention. I think he seemed to land awkwardly from that one. Play continues. The referee has stopped the game. Brief pause in play here while Joseph White just gets a little bit of treatment. Here we take a look at the moment where he did pick up the injury, and I think looks like his right ankle he's holding. Just seemed to bend as he fell. It is a very dry pitch out there. Your eyes aren't deceiving you on the stream. Do not adjust your set and all that. There's a very, very light shade of green here at Goodison Park. Certainly seen better days. The actual surface itself is very, very good. It's very flat. And in good nick. Just a little off colour, shall we say. As I mentioned, it is very, very dry, and a lot of players choosing the options to wear moulded studs on this surface. Good to see Joseph White back on, if gingerly. Little Heath throw by the corner. Headed away by Massey, might fall here for Taylor Harry, just looks to roll his man, shot will come in. Keith had to watch it every way, good hands by Dylan O'Brien. He's a threat. Taylor Harry. Launched clear by O'Brien. Craig trying to get underneath it. It's a poor header by Jones. Somehow he's able to get to the second ball. And now Craig can play into the path of Sinnott. Good challenge by Nathan Jones. Good strength from Matthew Watt. Longworth forward. Craig has been heavily involved in the opening exchanges. That's clever. Sinnott has space to cross, whips it in first time towards the shape of Massey. Little Heath try and get it away. Good challenging down there to stop. Kai Mills doing exactly that. In fact, the decision has gone SFX's way. Long down the line towards Massey, who just tried to roll Niall Aspel. Throw in again. That's by Burton. Good defending. Touch from Claxton wasn't the greatest. Now Massey can look to link up play again. Swung in towards Craig, who rose the highest. Diminutive player is Ross Craig, but he got up really well there. Nathan Jones couldn't have been comfortable. In the end, harmlessly out for a goal kick. Just taken by the centre-back, Liam Parry. Edwards. Won well by Watt, but it will break here for Little Heath and into Tyler Harry, who tried to let it drop. It's good defending from Vinnie Borrows. And Ross Craig looking to break, allows Jake Burton to take over. Oh, brilliant skill from Burton. Superb, into the area, goes for goal, and saved by Bradley Christie. Didn't quite get the purchase on the shot that he would have liked. Jake Burton did superbly well to get into the position. Really good bit of play. Finished not quite what he wanted. And unfortunately, it looks like Joseph White is down again here. which is a shame. They'll have to ready an early change here. Never what you want to see is an injury early on in a cup final. And Joseph White is going to have to step out.
Number 6, Joseph White. And Joseph to the place of number 14, Maxwell Griffin.
It is Maxwell Griffin who replaces him. And rolling substitutions are in service during this game, so it's not necessarily the last we'll see of Joseph White. He'll certainly be hoping that's the case. Might just need a little bit of getting over the way his ankle landed after that jump. I wish him all the best. Play continues. SFX free kick over on the far side. A little bit of needle over there between Sinnott and Amataga, I think that is. It is. Much ado about nothing, I feel, but referee will just take the opportunity to have a word with both. Good refereeing, not going in too strict. Tensions will run high. It is a final after all. Means an awful lot to these young gentlemen. Sinnott slips as he takes the free kick. Headed away by Daniel Longworth. Little Heath throw. Towards Edwards, in the air by SFX. Massey then jumped the highest, but there was a foul in there to stop Nathan Claxton jumping, and it's another Little Heath free kick in a dangerous position. Quite a few of these set pieces yet to really make one count. Taylor Harry stands over his first one. Is this in shooting range, I wonder? Just flights it in. Flick on, and it'll go all the way through. Little Heath corner. Their 6th already of the game. As Claxton heads down towards the corner flag. As you can see there, some construction work going on at the minute around Goodison Park, which might be responsible for any ambient drilling you can hear as they make their pre-season preparations for next season. Goalkeeper, again, a little bit uncomfortable, does get it clear. Taylor Harry swings in a good-looking ball. Edwards with the attempted control, bounced off his knee, and out for a goal kick. Sent long. Flick on by Craig, will only fall as far as Claxton. Aspel. Good ball to Edwards. And then hooked forward by SFX. One in the air. Really well by Knight. A good ball over the top. Burton would have been onside there. And he puts his head back in frustration. Ross Craig was first to it, but if Jake Burton could have beaten the defender, he was definitely onside. Half a chance for SFX there. Free kick to Little Heath, taken by Liam Parry. Sent long. One in the air by Sinnott. Massey then challenges for the second ball with Claxton. Craig clears. Sent into the area for Shea Edwards to try and make something of. Forced down towards the corner. Sharp. Edwards does really well to keep hold of that. And the tackle comes flying in from Ross Craig. Claxton. Ross Craig again battling for it. So Heath win themselves another throw. Trapped in that corner at the moment. Claxton swung in, and Mataga is underneath it. Might fall here for Asport. A lot of fed by Massey. And Burton's on his way here, and he's quick. Back to the goalkeeper. He had to deal with it first time, Christie. Harry lets it run, and Massey's straight on him in a flash. Here's Edwards. And now Harry. Was strong and clever. Digs it through, and a Tiger on the end of it. Might fall here for Shea Edwards. Goal! Beautifully finished from Little Heath's number 9. Wonderful work by Taylor Harry in the build-up. Amataga couldn't quite get the shot away. And how well was this finished? Watched onto his foot. Kept it down low. No stopping it for Dylan O'Brien. And Little Heath on terms thanks to Shea Edwards. "28 minutes gone in this final. And we are as you were at the start of play. SFX get us back underway. Kick isn't great from Christie. An audible note of frustration in his voice there. Nothing came of it negative though for Little Heath. They do have themselves a throw. Down the line it goes, cut out by Borrows. And turning there, it's Archie Heath. Trying to send the ball through. Throw in, Shea Edwards takes, and this is Taylor Harry. Back heel is good. And good tackle from Vinnie Borrows. Good tackle on Taylor Harry by the substitute, Maxwell Griffin. Not seen an awful lot of him in this game. Here's a hectic one to try and come into for a substitute. Pace is very, very quick. Cleared away by SFX. Headed on by Jones, drops for Harry. Looks for the 1-2 with Heath. Throw in. Claxton running onto it. Here goes Maxwell Griffin. A couple of sliding challenges. And SFX win themselves a throw. Burton's flick on. Massey chasing it, little nudge in the back. Referee waves play on. So nothing wrong with that. Massey keeping going. And a goal kick in the end, it just ran out. Super work by Thomas Massey. Really doesn't ever give in. Big chaser of lost causes. This is Taylor Harry, hoping this cause isn't lost. Down by the corner flag. Forced to hold it up, uses his body well. Needs some support. Maxwell Griffin rather snaps into the tackle. Throw into Little Heath. returning is Mills. And clearing is Watt. Finds Burton. Good looking ball, which is well cut out. Headed back to the throw-in taker. Good work by Archie Heath to close him down. SFX throw. Long into the area, headed away well. Now Burton can get it under his spell. Defended though. Harry looks to feed it away down the right-hand side. And Jack Amataga can get going. Lewis slipped. Amataga feeds it through to Edwards. Looks to get the shot away. Ross Hesketh with him every single step of the way. Beautifully defended. Goal kick. And speaking to Mike Platt ahead of today's game, he did mention his centre-backs have been particularly impressive this season. Dominic Ross Hesketh has been particularly impressive so far in this game. Very strong player. Not allowed Shea Edwards to have an awful lot. Apart from the obvious Shea Edwards goal. Lovely feet in there from Watt. Over the top towards Massey, who's on the chase. He'll get there first as well. Burton available, short. Massey just tries to hold it up and go again, but Amataga is there to step in and win it back. Jones away. Taylor Harry looking to get on the end of it. Again, Ross Hesketh was strong. And Burrows should be able to clear. It's calm in possession. Sinnott does brilliantly, through the legs it goes. Tackle by Heath is good for a throw-in. Sinnott's long throw. And parry underneath it. Borrow sends it into the box. Good looking header from Ross Craig. Did well to win that. Again, not the tallest player, but a great jump on him. Only moved to the city of Liverpool in September. Only been with this side a year. Currently in the Preston North End setup. There's Ross Craig. Used to be in the Millwall Academy. Speaking to a few people before the game, they joked about how Little Heath defenders might be expecting a Scouse voice. Might be disarmed by the Cockney accent of Ross Craig. He's making an impression in this game so far. So too is Lewis Sinnott, who seems to have made himself public enemy #1 with the section of Little Heath supporters in the stands here. That's brilliantly done from Watt through the legs of Harry. Burrows takes over. Gets it round the corner of Harry and then dumps him on the deck. Harry stays down, which will be a concern. Ross Hesketh, Massey. As well. Thinks about the shot. Why not? Over the bar. Goal kick. We're going to take a look at the challenge which caused the injury to Taylor Harry. Touching that left ankle. A chance for a few players to take on some drinks, as Taylor Harry is attended to. We are approaching half time. Remember, 40-minute halves in this final. Now in the 36th minute. That early SFX goal scored by Lewis Sharp equalised by Shea Edwards. A really entertaining game, very, very even this. Very tough to predict a winner. Taylor Harry back on his feet. Just testing the ankle out down below us. Let's brought that. Will be a goal kick to Little Heath. A shot from Thomas Massey well over the bar in the end. Parry's goal kick. Won nicely by SFX. Taylor Harry back on the field. This is Burton. Clever reverse ball down the line by Griffin. Burton takes his man on and beats him. How's the cross? Checks back. Still going. Burton wanted the goal. And charged down by Knight, who did well to recover in the end. Just wonder if Burton would have been better served by squaring it. Beautifully done by Craig, and Sinnott finds a route through to Massey. Just shoved over. Sloppy from Amatarget. Obvious shove in the back. Free kick in a very, very good position now. You just see here. Two hands blatantly on him. Obvious push. Right in front of the referee. He's not missing that. Josh Smith. And a decent opportunity here. Great position for a free kick. It's Lewis Sinnott, the number 3, who spotted the ball up. Left footer. Also interested is the goal scorer Lewis Sharp. Already got one. It is Sinnott. He crosses it. Flick on by Burton. Oh, that was close, you know. That was very, very close. Lovely little flick on by Burton. I think Little Heath were expecting the shot. Just see there, whistling past the frame of the goal. Here come Little Heath, dealt with again by Dominic Russ Hesketh. Cut out by Watt. He's been excellent in this first half. Flights it forward to Burton, he brings it down onto his left foot. Can he get room for the shot? Wants it on his right, just wanted a little bit too much time. Charges the clearance down, but that will go through to Christie.
The official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes additional time.
3 minutes at a time at the end of this first half, and here goes Maxwell Griffin towards the corner flag, just outpaced by Aspel. Griffin won't give that up. Decision goes SFX's way, corner. Super work from Griffin. It's Sinnott who trops over from left back to take it. Bar 2 back defending it for Little Heath. Swung in. Keeper came, didn't get there. Booked away by Knight. Headed back into the mixer, but Claxton's there first. And it could be a break on here. Brought down really well. Looking for Edwards over the top, but it's a little bit overcooked from Amatarget. Goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Dylan O'Brien. comes Jones. Cut out by Sinnott. Jones again. Barrels into another tackle. Will be an SFX throw. Glorious sunshine here at Goodison now. So long down the line, and a chance here for Sharp to get Griffin on his way, but that's cut out. And the target. Now Massey. Sharp on his way. Beaten to it by Liam Parry. Into the final minute of added time at the end of the first half. SFX ending the half on top. Can they end it with a goal? Massey manages to squeeze across him. Burton plucks it out of the sky. Can he get the shot away? Not quite. It's James Knight who emerges with the ball. Taylor Harry cushions it into Shea Edwards' path beautifully. Edward looks to pick out his strike partner, but SFX deal with that well. Niall Aspel won't have time to launch it forward for Little Heath. It is the half-time whistle that sounds around Goodison Park from Josh Smith, our referee. 1-1 at the break, and the final is beautifully poised before our second half. An early goal tucked away by Lewis Sharp. Finished from 6 yards in off the bar after a corner was inadequately defended from Little Heath. And then a lovely volleyed finish from Shea Edwards from about 8 yards after 27 minutes of this final. Has levelled things up as the teams head back into the dressing rooms at half-time. It's SFX 1, Little Heath 1. Welcome back to Goodison Park for the second half of the ESFA PlayStation Under-15 Schools Cup Boys Final. St Francis Xavier's College, better known as SFX, versus Little Heath School. It's 1-1 after the first half. SFX striking first, Little Heath striking back. And it's very finely poised. We are going to have some changes.
Second substitution for Little Heath School. Going off number 8, Kai Mills, to be replaced by number 15, Harry Ambler.
So a couple of changes. Kai Mills being replaced by Harry Ambler. Matthew Bustin is on the pitch. He's replacing Niall Aspel for Little Heath. Mind it, who are in the white, kicking from left to right in this second half. All to play for. Referee just calls him back, bit of a false start. And away we go in this second half. This is Lewis Sinnott, who throws it down the line. Now, Ross Craig trying to get on the end of it, trying to find Thomas Massey. Battles really well, Massey. Wins it. Shoves his man. Free kick does go SFX's way. Thomas Massey was not having the challenge he was getting in his back. You can see it here. Turns around. No. Get off. Did get the decision as Nathan Jones, you could clearly see, pulling his arm. Good position for a free kick, this. Will be taken by Matthew Watt. 2 men in the wall. Floating towards the far post. Keeper almost got caught underneath it and headed off the line by Amataga. Heart in the mouth moment for Little Heath, and now they look to break. And busting a gut in the middle here is Claxton trying to get on the end of it, and Matthew Watt has made up good ground to cover him. In fact, he's done superbly well. Brilliant breakaway from Taylor Harry. As a booking is issued to Lewis Sharp. The foul off the ball for SFX, but wonderful break. Taylor Harry of Little Heath surging away, and it was Nathan Claxton, as I mentioned, really busting a gut to get into the box. Matthew Watt, who had to go all the way from one end of the pitch to the other, tracked him and did superbly well. Brilliant, brilliant defending. Almost a goal either end at the start of this second half. Slightly edgy defending there from Liam Parry, but unnecessary. Had time and then all of a sudden didn't. Took too long. Throw-in goes SFX's way. Lewis Sinnott with the ball in hand, finds Massey, who brings it down. Cleared by Knight. And now Harry look to get Shea Edwards away, and it's another good interception by Dominic Ross Hasketh, who's been superb at the back for SFX. First touch of the ball for the substitute. Harry Bustin concedes the throw. Massey. Hooked into the box, and a header there for Burton! Just wide. And only just wide. Wonderful ball in from the right back, Vinnie Burrows. Really, really good cross. Jake Burton's glancing header just didn't quite get enough on it. He knew it straight away. Good chance, just wide. Kick taken as Little Heath clear their lines. Another throw into SFX. Have started this half the better. Burton turning. Claxton intercepts. Harry looks for the 1-2. Claxton goes again. Now Taylor Harry once more. Amataga making a run on this near side. Harry's pass is blocked, but he'll get another go. Claxton turning. Lewis Sharp in quickly. Throw in goes Little Heath's way this time. Header away is a good one. Going to be taken by Harry Ambler. Forward it goes towards Shea Edwards, one in the air by Ross Hesketh, who's pretty much won everything today, been excellent. Lewis Sharp let it roll. Might have been ill-advised as Amataga was looking to get on the end of it for Little Heath. Back into the danger area, Shea Edwards offside. He tried to set up Amataga. Dylan O'Brien goes long from the free kick. Suspicion the handball waved away by the officials. Claxton couldn't get the ball down. Lewis Sinnott can. Finds Massey, good control. Jigs away from Amataga. Good challenge in there by Archie Hayes. Turning is Taylor Harry, uses his body really, really well. Bursting down the right-hand side. Squeezes it back towards Shea Edwards, it might fall Carney for him. Helps it on, and a chance at the back post. Shot comes in, comfortably held by Dylan O'Brien. Matthew Bustin's effort was reasonably well struck. Great work again from Harry and Edwards. Whenever they've combined, they've looked very, very dangerous. Hasn't been often enough for Little Heath's liking. Another goal kick. Long it goes. One in the air by Massey. Pace forward. Looking over the top for Edwards. O'Brien's out quickly. We'll have to deal with this. Tries to just see it out. It's composed and confident goalkeeping, you have to say. O'Brien takes the goal kick short this time. Oh, how about that from Massey? It's brilliant. Couldn't quite find the pass though. That's nicely defended by Sinnott. Little Heath throw. Claxton. Read well by Borrows. Defended by Sharp. We go back to the goalkeeper, and that's a risk. Will Burton get there first? Not quite. Christie had to be alert, but Ross Craig, can he get the shot away? He can't. It's a good recovery tackle by Harry Ambler after it was his weak back pass which caused the situation. He recovered well. Danger of their own making there for Little Heath. Jake Burton couldn't quite get on the end of it. It's good alert goalkeeping from Bradley Christie, I have to say. Headed by Harry, away by Watt. Thrown again goes Little Heath's way. Had a clear by Lewis Sharp. Tiana Harry tried to back heel into the path of Claxton. Dealt with by Ross Hesketh yet again. And a target. Shea Edwards. Let it roll out, throw in. Sinnott will take it. Massey launches high, launches out. It's good from Watts. Releases Burton, who does get there first, wins the throw. From Liam Parry. Looked like a foul on Ross Craig, it was. And a free kick here in a really good position. Matthew Watt immediately comes crossing over. His delivery in particular has been very, very good. Helped cause the commotion which led to the first goal of the game. And you can bet your bottom dollar this will go right in on goal and challenge Bradley Christie. 2 men are in the Little Heath wall. Matthew Watt curls it in towards the keeper. Christie held it. Could have maybe done with a little bit more power from Watt if he was going to go direct for goal. Volley towards goal. It's a heck of a strike from Daniel Longworth. Bradley Christie breathes a little bit of a sigh of relief. That had gone sailing over his head into the net. Would have been a different story. This is Thomas Massey. Finds Burton. Options right and left. Look to pick out Sharp. It might still come for him. It does. Tries to get the shot on the turn. He just slipped as he struck it. And connected with fresh air. Good defending by Sinnott. Craig. And tackled by on a target. Substitution incoming. Kai Mills is going to return to the fray, and he's going to replace Archie Heath.
To be replaced by number 8, Kai Mills.
Sinnott's throw in towards Burton, headed away. Now a target. Massey, clever. Uses the decoy run of Sinnott, feeds it in towards the substitute Griffin. Good feet from Griffin. Wants it on his right. That's a clumsy tackle. Well, we'll try and take a look at that if we can. Very strange challenge from Nathan Jones. Didn't really need to make it. Here it is. In from behind. Challenge was made in the box. It would have been a very close call for a penalty or a free kick. If it had been given as a foul, referee Josh Smith saw nothing wrong with it. Perhaps lucky to avoid the decision there was Nathan Jones. And so he takes the throw. Flicked on to Shea Edwards, who's stopped by Longworth. Craig was in there quickly. Play continues. Harry keeps it alive. Rustin trying to find space. Hammered clear by Watt. Into the area it goes. Shea Edwards cushions it down. Feeds it in. Chance maybe here for Claxton. Didn't quite find the space he wanted. Forced away from goal, and good defending from Vinnie Burrows to force them out for a throw. Throw taken short. Done well to escape the attention there, and it's in towards Taylor Harry! Oh, what an opportunity. Unlike him to miss a chance like that. Wonderful ball in. It's a free header. He's got himself in between the two defenders, and he just needed more contact, and the goal was surely his, and the lead would have been Little Heath's. Big moment, you feel, in the final. Chance goes begging for Little Heath. Will they get a better one? Busted tackled by Watt. Griffin keeps it alive for SFX in the midfield. Massey and Claxton again challenging for it. Longworth steps into it. Great ball to release Jake Burton down the left channel here. Still going, Burton gets towards the byline. Goal kicks the decision. Well, he's challenged from behind by Liam Parry. I say behind, the ball was there to be won for the defender, but goal kick is a strange decision. It seems to be one of those where it was either a corner or a penalty. Either way, goal kick is the decision. SFX had a couple of those moments. Little Heath maybe a little fortunate to have survived them both. As they've created the best chance in this second half. Fell to Taylor Harry a few moments ago. Sharp forward. Burton brings it down. Uses his body really well. Down the line he goes to Griffin. Can he get there first? He can. It's going to be a corner. Assistant, the referee, and the referee just chatting here. Just waiting for the decision to be made. Not sure what the conferring was about, but it is a corner. First one in this half for SFX. They caused a lot of problems for Little Heath in the first with their corners. And as Lewis Sinnott drops over to the far side to take it. Only Taylor Harry and Shea Edwards left up by Little Heath. Everyone else back defending this. Sinnott's delivery. Good one too. Massey nearly got there. It might fall here for Watt, who helps it back into the danger area. Craig couldn't quite get the touch on it. Shot back out to Watt. Reverses back into the area. Jones away. Longworth angles it across this near to the far side. It's a good ball. Burton slipped. And Ambler smuggled it away. Taylor Harry looking to get on the end of the clearance. Just held up on the pitch, I think, there, the bounce. Didn't run through as he would have liked. Griffin does well to win the challenge. Sharp. Watt. Burrows. Good burst of pace from Burrows. Round two. Options here in the middle if you can pick them out. And this touch was a little heavy. And the contact from the defender wasn't enough to force a decision from the referee. Another change being made here by Little Heath School, and it's Shea Edwards who's departing, the goal scorer, to be replaced by Tanbir Hussain.
Number 9, Shea Edwards, to be replaced by number 14, Tanbir Hussain.
Jeb was just limping a touch there. Just wonder if he's struggling a little bit with a knock. Goal kick, Little Heath. We played 58 minutes, 22 remaining. Volley clear by Nathan Jones. Longworth there for SFX. Brought under by Massey, touches a little bit loose. We do get the throw though. Sinnott's throw into the channel again for Burton to give chase, make himself a nuisance. Flips into the area towards Craig. Claxton across to make the challenge and win it. And SFX are preparing their first change as well. Simon Grace is about to make his entry into this final. And he's going to replace Ross Craig.
Substitution for SFX coming off. Number 11, Ross Gray, to be replaced by number 15, Simon Grace.
So Ross Craig, whose influence has just faded in the second half a touch. His SFX haven't had enough of the ball in possession where he can be really, really useful. Defending quite deep at times as well. Little Heath. Massey's throw ends up at his feet ultimately. Matthew Watt thinks about the shot, strikes a great effort. Oh, just over the bar. Super strike. And Matthew Watt really got a hold of that. Well, that would have been one to remember for any Scouser. If you just scored a goal like that at the Gladys Street end, doesn't matter if you're red or blue. Ball goes down the line. Again, Dominic Ross-Hesketh defending really, really well. Taylor Harry's a very, very good young player. And Dominic Ross-Hesketh has managed him superbly. Substitute Hussein combining there. Curled into the area, headed away, only as far as Nathan Jones. Thinks about the shot. Massey closed him down. Made him think better of it. And Massey gets there first. There goes Thomas Massey. Tried to help it into the path of Jake Burton. It was a difficult ball to play at that sort of pace. Comfortably through to the goalkeeper. They try and play their way out. Little Heath, it works this time. Ball over the top, Taylor Harry offside. Longworth. Turning as Watt, clipping out to this near side. And heading it down is Grace. There goes Massey trying to burst his way through. Burton making a nuisance of himself again. Those two just don't quit, do they? Burton was being pulled back there. Again by Amatagan on his first foul. Tend to be quite small, needly little fouls really. Some would say needless in that situation. And Matthew Watt stands over the free kick. We saw a similar position to this in the first half, where Lewis Sinnott and Watt stood over it, and it was Sinnott who crossed it in. I think from this position, Matthew Watt has eyes only for goal. It is Watt, goes low. Tried to get it underneath the wall. Wasn't a terrible idea, but just a little bit too high. And the target can't keep that in. Substitution is going to be made.
Substitution.
And it's Taylor Harry departs.
Coming off number 10, Taylor Harry, to be replaced by number 2, Niall Aspel.
Aspel enters the fray. And Taylor Harry immediately sitting down and stretching out that ankle. He did get a knock in the first half. Wonder how much that's affecting him. Here come SFX with Borrows, does really well, gets to the byline. How good's the cross? It's not that good, unfortunately, into the side netting. Keeper was happy to wave it away. Yeah, Taylor Harry just struggling with a knockdown there. He would be a big miss for Little Heath. Real star player for them. That's both him and Shea Edwards off the field. I think I'm right in saying that's all academy players off the pitch for both teams. Ross Craig has been substituted. Joseph White injured in the first half for SFX. And both Edwards and Harry for Little Heath have been forced off with knocks. Might not be game ending. We do have rolling substitutions, remember. An SFX throw in Little Heath territory. Won really well by Claxton. Great challenge again by Dominic Ross-Hesketh, and he wins the throw in. He's been a mountain. Burton trying to hold it up. Throwing decision goes against him. Chance maybe here for Hussein to stretch his legs. Really well defended again by Matthew Watt, who's had a superb game. Nathan Jones has just dropped into the central midfield for Little Heath, following the flurry of changes, and there's about to be another one.
Substitution for Little Heath coming off number 14. Tanvir Hussain to be replaced by
Tanvir Hussein's role on the pitch was brief, a cameo from Hussein. And it's Archie Hayes who re-enters the fray. Sent long from SFX. That's a Little Heath throw, came off Lewis in it. Jones wins himself another throw via the aid of Simon Grace. Jones down the line. This is Aspel. Oh, trapped in there. That'll be a throw. Just having to crane my neck here in my commentary position to see round a pillar. Everton, one of those famous old grounds. Goodison Park steeped in tradition. So often a ground of firsts. It was the first ground to have dugouts, first ground to have undersoil heating as well. But the traditions have very much stayed in place. That's why quite a few of the stands still have their old pillars propping them up. Wooden seat to feature in the main stand as well. A ground full of character, of which so many of these SFX players and coaches will know in particular from being from this area. And a huge moment as well for the Little Heath players. Premier League pitch. There's Watt takes a strike, a great effort it was as well. Just glided wide in the end from Matthew Watt. And happily for Little Heath, tell you, Shea Edwards and Taylor Harry both doing some stretches on the near side. Doesn't look like they're far away from coming back on. Long from the goal kick, Massey wins it. Watt helps him on, that's a good header. Griffin thinks about it, takes a shot on, deflected. Keeper was just struggling for half a moment there, and then regained his composure to catch it. Header won by Sharp. Launched forward by Longworth. Burton again making himself a nuisance, but flag is up on the far side. From Anthony Ferguson will be a free kick.
For Little Heath. Going off number 12, Matthew Bustin to be replaced by number 10, Taylor Harry.
So Bustin, who was a half-time substitute, he's now replaced by the returning Taylor Harry.
Second substitution coming off number 15, Harry Ambler to be replaced by number 9, Shea Edwards.
And Harry Ambler also departs as Shea Edwards rejoins his strike partner up front. Free kick goes long from Little Heath. One in the air by Amataga, but didn't really know an awful lot about it. A bit of confusion in the SFX defence there. Shea Edwards, good first touch, better strike, oh! Rattles a crossbar, still shaking. What a hit from Shea Edwards that was. Welcome back to the game. Superb touch. What a rocket of a shot it was. So close for Shea Edwards and for Little Heath. Player down again for Little Heath here. Hence the slight pause in play. Jack Amataga was down. Heading towards the latter stages of this game then, as we tick over the 70-minute mark. Just under 10 minutes of normal time remaining, and then we will have extra time if it stays as it is. It remains 1-1 here at Goodison. O'Brien with the free kick. Over Massey, away by Little Heath. Taylor Harry flicks it on. Ross Hesketh again with the header to deny Shea Edwards. That's away by James Knight. Header might fall there for Amataga. Goalkeeper had to be quick and lively. He was. And Watt can look to get the ball moving. Clips it out to this near side. One in the air by Jones. Taylor Harry brings it down instantly. Back heels into the path of Kai Mills. Sharp's done really well to battle away with him. Harry. Good challenge by Simon Grace. Every SFX player seems to have it hardwired into them to battle and to fight. Nathan Jones brings it down before crossing. Manages to squeeze it in. It's over the bar, I think. Yes, it is. Goal kick. Dylan O'Brien goes long. Massey gets something on the flick on it, will fall for Burton. Thought about the shot, takes it on, dipping. And Bradley Christie makes a save. He does it towards Shea Edwards, one in the air by Borrows. Great first touch by Maxwell Griffin, he loses out in the end. Taylor Harry brings it down. Borrows again, his first to it. He's had a very good game. The defence in particular from SFX has been very impressive, and it's all kicking off over on that far side. Players wading in as tensions boil over at Goodison. Well, scenes we don't particularly want to see stem from this interaction between Harry and Borrows. Borrows didn't particularly like it. Responded in kind. Decisions to be made for our team of officials here. Josh Smith, Yasmin Saeed and Anthony Ferguson. And Vinnie Borrows being called over. No huge surprise. Red card. Vinnie Borrows sent off. Well, what a big decision for the referee to make. And Vinnie Borrows makes the long walk down the tunnel. And I think that's all the referee is going to do here. As the Little Heath players rally their fans up in the top tier of the Bullen stand here at Goodison Park. Taylor Harry, it's safe to say, is up for this. So SFX, for the second time today I might add, will have to do it with 10 men. We missed our first final. It was SFX who were competing in that one as well in the under-14s. Ball gets sent in, Taylor Harry wins the head of it, headed wide. And the SFX competing in the under-14s. They too had a man sent off. That time in the first half. This one altogether a little bit more manageable. It comes right towards the end of the second, but we are likely to have extra time unless something changes in this final few minutes. And SFX will have to play that with 10 men.
Substitution for Little Heath coming off number 9, Shea Edwards, to be replaced by number 12, Matthew Bustin.
Shea Edwards departs again. And Matthew Bustin re-enters the field. Taylor Harry now leads the line. Flicked on by Watt. Burton looking to get on the end of it, so too Massey. In the end it was a Little Heath player who won it first, and they hammer it away. Taylor Harry looking to get on the end of this. Dominic Ross-Hesketh had to be very quick. And I tell you what, he's been terrific today. Dominic Ross-Hesketh up against a very, very talented young player, a man who's in the Chelsea Academy playing a year above his age. And Dominic Ross-Hesketh, for the large part, has kept Taylor Harry quiet. He's been phenomenal. Superb defending once again. Taylor Harry, very quick, very strong. But for large parts of this game, Dominic Ross-Hesketh has been his equal. Here comes Little Heath once more, trying to find some room on the left-hand side. They can't, and it'll be a SFX throw. Hurled long, flicked on by Massey. Jake Burton goes chasing. Hooked clear. All the way back to the goalkeeper, O'Brien. Takes a touch and stabs it out to this near side. Cleared away by Sinnott. Massey goes in for it. Sharp hooks clear. And again, Burton is chasing. Sinnott launches high into the Merseyside sky. And a foul by Nathan Jones, just nudged Thomas Massey there. Free kick. You do just get the sense this might be it. A route back into this, set pieces. Matthew Watt signalling players forward, flights it into the area. Massey underneath it, Burton's thereabouts. And that's Griffin! Oh, blocked by his own man. Just wonder if that was going in.
6 minutes additional time.
We'll have 6 minutes added time. And the block there was from Simon Grace, accidentally. He was already in an offside position. Well, what a moment that nearly was. A goal now would be very dramatic. We have got still just under 5 minutes of time remaining in stoppage time. It's SFX who are doing the pushing. A team with 10 men. Watt again will send this forward. Referee telling him to get on with it. Watt flights it into the box. Rising was Burton. Not really cleared. Griffin trying to get on the end of it. He's chasing, that's a foul. Oh, and another altercation here. This time between Griffin and Kai Mills. There's tempers here threatening to boil over. The last thing SFX want to do is have another man sent off. Let's have another look at it. Obviously a foul from, it was pretty desperate, and then something Griffin, and then Mills throws into the floor. Referee straight in there to separate things, doesn't want to repeat. And the referee has called Maxwell Griffin over. Booking for Griffin, and a rather confused looking Niall Aspel, as it was Kai Mills who was actually involved. Aspel told to get on his way by the referee. I think his teammates are trying to avoid him getting yellow carded, but he does go in the book. Yellow card for Griffin. And a yellow for Aspel. And Kai Mills there survives without a card. All very dramatic. Sent long by Little Heath. It might drop there on the edge for Claxton, cleared away. Now Jake Burton can look to get on the move once again. Full by Mataga. Claxton doesn't know where it is, it's with Little Heath. Now Mataga. Good challenge flying in there from Griffin. Now Massey pokes it forward. Cleared away by Parry. All the way through the defensive lines, and Dominic Ross-Hesketh was there once again. And now here's Grace over the top. Burton again will give chase, he's offside. Another change once again. Little Heath making advantage of the rotating substitutes. Edwards re-enters the game just before the close of play in normal time here. And Simon Grace is down with a knock. This game has been very, very stop-start at times. Launched long. Tyler Harry misses it. Ross Hesketh, of course he doesn't. And again he's there. The head clear. This is Sharp, who scored the first goal in this game. Seems a very, very long time ago now. Massey turning. And again, he's got Sinnott away to his left. Releases him. Now, can he provide the cross? Oh, Sinnott's offside. Sloppy from Sinnott. Looking right the way along the line. It's turned into a real war, has this game. Two very, very competitive, very talented sides going right at it. And the referee blows for full time. We will be going to extra time at Goodison Park.
As the scores are level at the end of 80 minutes, there will now be 2 periods of 10 minutes.
We're level at the end of normal time. Goals from Lewis Sharp and Shay Edwards in the first half are all we've managed in 80 minutes. It's been hugely engrossing. I'll be back with you very shortly for the start of extra time.
Substitution for Little Heath. Coming off number 2, Niall Aswin, to be replaced by number 15, Harry Ambler.
And another change at the start of extra time, this time for Little Heath. Niall Aspel, the man who perhaps incorrectly is on a yellow card, has been replaced by Harry Ambler. And Little Heath have really recycled their substitutes quite a bit throughout this game. The referee here just having a word with the 2 number 10s, Thomas Massey on the left, Taylor Harry on the right. And the coin toss, and looks like it will be SFX who will kick us off. Thomas Massey, almost a throwback with his long hair, short socks, black boots, shirt tucked in. He's a real grafter and a very, very talented player as well. He's been the main driving force going forward for SFX. If they are to get a goal, you have a feeling he will have something to do with in extra time. Remember, they are down to 10 men after the sending off of Vinnie Borrows towards the end of that second half. Hooked clear by Longworth. Parry doesn't really deal with that, but doing well as bust in, or is he? It's Jake Burton quickly in on him. Bustin shoved, Ambler, shoved away, but Burton just lost out in the end. And Ataga well tackled by Maxwell Griffin, who's had an excellent game since coming off the bench. Took his time to get involved, but since then, boy, has he been involved. He was nearly sent off to boot. Flicked on by Claxton. Crunching 50-50. Matthew Watt still not pulling out of anything. He has took a whack and he is down. And it's Little Heath who play on. Full hit to Claxton. Great tackle by Longworth. No one pulling out of any challenges. Now Matthew Watt looks stricken down below us. Just wonder if that's a little bit of cramp. Yeah, I think it is. Mike Platt onto the pitch to try and offer some relief to Matthew Watt, who's been absolutely terrific in the midfield. So many good performances out there on the pitch for both sides. Dominic Ross-Hesketh has been an absolute man mountain at the back for SFX. Matthew Watt's been superb in the midfield. The strikers have run all day. For Little Heath, Nathan Jones has been superb at the back. And the target has really got about in the midfield and made it very difficult. But Matthew Watt here is really struggling, you can see. He's going to have to come off.
Substitution for SFX. Coming off number 8, Matthew Watt.
He's replaced by Ross Craig. Not a bad change to make. Ross Craig, very, very talented young player on the books of Preston North End. He's a player that SFX would have probably wanted on the pitch at some stage during extra time. Anyway, play continues as the sun heads across the pitch at Goodison Park. Nathan Jones will take the free kick. Launched long into the area. It's a good looking ball, and there's Taylor Harry! What a miss! What a miss! Well, of all the people you'd have wanted on the end of that, if you were a supporter of Little Heath, it would have been Taylor Harry. It's a wonderful ball in. And with the goal gaping inside the 6-yard box, he got the contact, he just needed to hit the target. He could not believe he didn't. Poked through by Harry, who, to his credit, hasn't hit. Burton in with a challenge, and they're going to release Burton here, who just kicks the air in frustration. Really plays with his heart on his sleeve, the number 9 of SFX. That's a loose ball, and Sharp's onto it in a flash. Good recovery tackle by Mills. That's a good looking ball, and Taylor Harry's on the end of it, lobs it over the goalkeeper, it's going in! And Taylor Harry finally has his goal! He's missed 2 golden opportunities as the star man, and at long last, the number 10 has delivered a superb lofted finish. Beautifully lobbed over the goalkeeper. Nothing he or Dominic Ross-Hesketh tracking back could do about stopping that, ending up in the back of the net. And the pocket of Little Heath supporters gathered on a pie in the Blundell stand have gone absolutely crazy. Big goal. But they're not giving up just yet. SFX, free kick. Kai Mills, by the way, is really struggling with cramp. But Little Heath wasn't a part of the celebrations. He stayed down after picking up that injury, whilst he stretched to slide in. And this is a good chance to come back here for SFX. Lewis Sinnott has got a great left foot. A reminder, we're playing 2 times 10 minutes. Halfway through first half of extra time. It is Sinnott. Curls it towards the far post. Oh, off the post! Right towards the far post. Mentioned he had a lovely left foot. It was a beautiful delivery. And he's in there with a tackle and Amataga to stop the break as well. So close for SFX. It's a gorgeous curl delivery. And he's inches away from scoring a beauty. After all that, it is a throw into Little Heath, who right now have one hand on the trophy, a goal and a man up in extra time. Dominic Ross-Hesketh is there, and almost fittingly he leads the charge for SFX. Looks to fit it through to Massey, slightly over here. About the first wrong thing he's done all day. There's Amataga looking for the 1-2. Griffin chasing, and there goes Dominic Ross-Hesketh. What a game he's had. He's been everywhere. Puff of the cheeks. He's had to work very hard. A couple of players now going down with cramp. Over on the far side, Nathan Jones is just struggling. There's going to be another change.
Number 9, Shea Edwards to be replaced by number 12, Matthew Bustin.
Shea Edwards is again replaced by Matthew Bustin. These two have been replaced back and forth consistently since about the 60-minute mark. Throw in taken short. Ambler gets it back, throws it into the box, headed away by Longworth. The full hit to Jones, helps it forward to Mills. Tackle is a good one from Craig. and cleared. Craig just leant in, got away with it. And the free kick goes against Kai Mills. Free kick. Lewis Sinnott will take it. Dominic Ross Hesketh trotting up from the back. Launched long. Went towards Ross Hesketh, but cleared. And Tiger looking to get on the end of it. Good challenge by Longworth. Trying to take him down the line, headed back by Griffin. Heading towards half-time and extra time. That's gone all the way through here. Chance to cross for Claxton. Oh, Anatag had a swing and it didn't quite come for it. Kai Mills just slips at the crucial moment. Regains possession and takes it wisely into the corner. Sinnott emerges with the ball though. Cleared long. Sharp chases. Parry clears. There's been no official stoppage time added. We're now in added time at the end of this half. And Ross Hesketh was there again. Forward it goes to Sharp. It's a good ball looking for Massey. Burton's in the middle. Massey tries to play it around him, Burton's offside. I think the referee is going to blow for half-time as soon as this kick's taken. We have finally found ourselves a third goal in this game. It came via Taylor Harry. What an important goal it could be. It could be the goal that takes Little Heath to the trophy. SFX need a goal if they're to force penalties. We have the final 10 minutes of a fascinating under-15 Schools Cup boys final with you next. almost ready to start the second period of extra time. We have gone the distance here at Goodison today. Players are starting to drop with cramp. It has got the true feeling of a cup final. And our final 10 minutes of an enthralling final is upon us. SFX have to score, or it's Little Heath walking away with the trophy. Little Heath lead by a goal and also a man after Vinnie Borrows was sent off towards the end of the second half of regulation time. Foul throw of all things over on the far side. Griffin throws it back in. Ross Hesketh booms it clear. Finds Burton. Once again starts running. This time is stopped. Claxton. That's a good looking ball. Amataga, keeper's come, hasn't got there, it's not going in, it'll go wide. Longworth was happy to leave that. Great run by Amataga. Who now leads the line. Taylor Harry was taken off at half-time and extra time. Not sure I say, has rejoined the centre-back. Presumed he'd been taken off, he's actually pops up at centre-back. You see him there, centre picture number 10. And Jake Burton there with a rather needless shove on the goalkeeper. Yellow card. He's taking out his frustrations. Dumping the goalkeeper on the deck. Absolute defender's nightmare is Jake Burton. He lost it over the top towards Massey. Sweeping up was Parry. Ross Hesketh doing some attacking now. The defender has been so good. It's a foul by Amataga. All over the back of Ross Hesketh. Sinnott comes across to take this free kick. He's going to leave it to Massey. Big man up from the back. Ross Hesketh and Longworth. Sent in by Massey, high. Got a flick on, it might drop in there for Sharp. Nearly did, can they get the shot away? They can! They've scored! Unbelievable! The substitute, Simon Grace! And SFX! A goal down, a man down. No more. They are level in extra time. A goal mouth scramble, fired home by Simon Grace. The substitute makes himself the hero. And he might just have forced penalties. 6.5 minutes remaining in extra time. Taylor Harry rejoins the attack for Little Heath. Oh my goodness, the drama. There's Grace again. SFX throw. Throw in taken long from Sinnott. Might break here for Burton. Got Massey in there, got Sharp in there, deflected off the goalkeeper, deflected off the defender into the path of the goalkeeper. Bradley Christie, who clears his lines. Longworth beaten to it by Amataga. Then he shoves Sharp in the back, free kick. What a game we've seen. Both of these teams going to the absolute limit. Still nothing can split them. Dylan O'Brien with the free kick. He'll launch this long towards Burton. One in the air by Parry. This is Harry Ambler who'll come away with it down the left-hand side. Looks to send it long, to be cut out by Massey. Drives forward. Where is he getting his energy from? Oh, Longworth missed it, but Dominic Ross Hesketh was there to sweep up. And Longworth this time clears his lines. Shay Edwards and Niall Aspel are readying himself to be brought back on.
Substitution for Little Heath coming off. Number 3, Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones is going to depart.
Replaced by number 2, Niall Aspel.
Niall Aspel comes back on.
Little Heath's second substitution coming off. Number 15, Harry.
And Harry Ambler departs. And Shay Edwards, for what I think is the 4th or 5th time, rejoins us on the pitch at Goodison. He is managing a knock, but he is a man who we saw who can get you a goal, and they may just need that. No one on that pitch really wants penalties. It's going to be a goal kick. Sent long, Massey and Burton again chasing it. Burton helps it on. Massey, a seemingly never-ending source of energy. And this decision goes against Lewis Sharp. Just genuinely is so impressive. Thomas Massey, unbelievable engine on him. Just carries on going. He's been a major reason as to why SFX has coped with 10 men. With Little Heath send it in long, flicked on. Craig doesn't really clear. Griffin then does, and here comes Massey once more. Touch was loose. Sharp then steps in, and he'll send Simon Grace away. He won't keep that in. Don't think he'd have kept it in the first minute, never mind where we are now, which is 2 minutes away from penalties. The referee may decide to add on a little bit more. And he takes a look at his watch. So too do the coaches down on the touchline. Long by Parry, hurled really long. Craig gets a glance on it, to corner. Chance for Little Heath to send the big men up from the back. I said they fancy the run. Liam Parry eventually makes his way towards the back post. Only Jake Burton not defending this for SFX, headed away by Massey. Who else? Burton tries to flick it around the corner. And Massey will come away with this. Burton stayed down, he's injured. He's without this. They're without him in this attack as they send it forward towards Taylor. Harry Dylan O'Brien should get there first. He does just. And Jake Burton has finally succumbed to cramp. Had to happen eventually, you feel. The effort he's put in. His teammate Longworth just trying to help him back to his feet. I'm really not sure he can. A few players just taking the chance to stretch out their calves in the centre circle. It's happening at the moment. with some Little Heath players. Everyone on this pitch has given absolutely everything. Credits to their schools. Each and every one of them. And Jake Burton is back to his feet, albeit very, very gingerly. And I think a final change has been readied here. We'll have 2 minutes added time at the end of extra time, as Jack Ayres makes his way onto the pitch to replace Jake Burton.
Substitution from SFX coming off number 9, Jake Burton, to be replaced by number 12, Jack Ayres.
So we've got 2 minutes. The throw-in will be taken by Claxon on this near side to get back to the goalkeeper who put it out originally. And here we go. 2 minutes to separate these two sides. First touch of the ball for Ayres is a good one. He had more time than he realised there. And that's the goal scorer, Grace, using his strength well. Throw-in goes SFX's way. Can we see one more chance, one more opportunity? Sinnott throws long, sharp on the end of it. Couldn't quite direct his pass back into Sinnott. Substitute now coming on, and it will be Dominic Riley. So Simon Grace departs. The goal scorer in extra time, Dominic Riley, makes his entrance. Big header away by the little man, Ross Craig. Chasing it's the substitute, Ayres. Goalkeeper gets there first. Final minute of a quite enthralling cup final. Dominic Ross Hesketh leading the charge, goes for the 1-2, wants it back. Defender has to clear. He has to be careful here not to leave the back exposed. Massey chasing down Mills, chance for the cross hit. Amataga back towards the edge, really important block by Craig. Back in there by Heath. Nearly fell for Mills, he couldn't bring it down. And cleared up to Ayres. Does really well to find Massey, who will keep this in, I think. Two players in the penalty area succumb to cramp. And the referee decides that is the time to end it all. It will be penalties.
We will now be going to a penalty shootout to determine the winning team. So a penalty shootout
At the end of a quite remarkable final.
and Little Heath School.
It will be penalties to decide the winner.
Once again, please make some noise for SFX and Little Heath.
So it all comes down to this. It will be a penalty shootout to decide the winner of this under-15 Schools Cup. That is with you very, very shortly. Both sets of teams just taking their time to gather their thoughts, process some information from their coaches. and maybe, just maybe, steel themselves to take their most important kick at a ball they may have ever taken. It's so often said that it is the cruelest way to decide the final, and in many ways it is. These two teams have given absolutely everything, and it does seem a little harsh that it will essentially be a lottery to decide the winners. But after a phenomenal 100 minutes of football, the two teams just could not and would not be separated. So it has to be this. Players going down with cramp all over the place. Just wonder how many will be affected by that in their spot kicks. The goalkeepers, what a moment for them. Dylan O'Brien of SFX, who's had a great game. Bradley Christie likewise for Little Heath. Referee just having a word with them just to inform them of just how it will go down. It will be Little Heath to take first. Dylan O'Brien in goal for SFX will face Archie Hayes. It's Hayes, and he scores. Calm penalty. No frills about it. Went straight down the middle, gambled that O'Brien would dive, and he did just that. And it will be his opposite number, Lewis Sharp, the man who scored the opening goal in this game. What feels like such a long time ago. Sharp for SFX. Scores. Great penalty. Keeper Bradley Christie went the right way. There's no stopping this. Buried into the corner. Next up, it's Nathan Claxton. We are 1-1 after one. Claxton. Saved! Oh, and what a save! What a save it was! Dylan O'Brien went early and tipped it around the post. It was a decent penalty from Claxton. It was in the corner. But O'Brien telegraphed it early and got down low. And a chance now for SFX to seize the initiative in the penalty shootout. It's the left back, Lewis Sinnott. Scores. I think the goalkeeper may well have got a touch on this, you know. This will tell us. It ended up right in the side net. Difficult to tell from that angle, but what we know for sure, of which there is no doubt, is that it went in. It is a goal, and it is SFX who have the advantage. Next up for Little Heath, Kai Mills, who really can scarcely afford to miss. It's Mills, scores. Good penalty, composed. Sent Dylan O'Brien the wrong way. And now it will be Ross Craig. To take next, the youngster who only moved to this school in September from London, formerly of Millwall's Academy, now with Preston. No mistake. Absolutely no mistake. 3-2. Great penalty. It's a real atmosphere being developed here by both sets of rival fans. This is Shay Edwards, number 9, who scored the opener for Little Heath. In the 27th minute of this game. So much has happened since. Shay Edwards scores. Oh, just. In many ways, this is the perfect penalty. Impossible for O'Brien to save it. Right the way back across the goal line into the side netting on the other side. And now, the man who's seen the least action in the entire game, Dominic Riley. He was only brought on in stoppage time of extra time. And now he's taking the 4th penalty. It's Riley, scores. And SFX are at match point. Taylor Harry, who thought he might have made himself the hero with a superbly taken goal in extra time, which gave Little Heath the lead for the first time. The man who's given everything, come back from an injury in this game. He's been absolutely superb. He's led by example at the front. He must score. And he does. Super penalty. But it all comes down to this for SFX. The number 10, Thomas Massey, who has played at times like a man possessed, to win it. Scores into the top corner, and SFX have done it. They've come back from the brink in this final. As they entered the second half of extra time, they were down a goal. They'd already been down a man. Thomas Massey buries the final penalty into the roof of the net. And that will do it for St Francis Xavier's College. Unbelievable final. SFX College, the boys from Merseyside, win a trophy at Goodison Park. It's stuff that dreams are made of for many of these young gentlemen. It certainly is for the coach, Mike Platt, himself a Blue, who will be able to say now, for the rest of his time, that he managed a team. He sat in the home dugout of a cup final winning side at Goodison Park. What a moment for SFX. A thought for our defeated side in this final, Little Heath, who gave absolutely everything. It very much took 2 to tango in that final. It was so close. And ultimately there had to be one undeserving loser, and that is Little Heath. We will have the presentations on screen for you very shortly, as SFX claim the trophy and their medals. What a final. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. We will leave you with the presentations from everyone here at Goodison Park. We hope you enjoy them. We know the SFX supporters and players certainly will. Little Heath's supporters up in the stands, giving them a huge ovation as well. Both of these sides are giving absolutely everything. But the winners on penalties are SFX. They will take home the Under-15 Schools Cup. We'll leave you with the presentations from everyone here at Goodison Park. Have a very good evening.
Could I ask the Little Heath lads if they can come across, please? We will be starting the presentation very shortly. If I could ask the Little Heath team if they could please make their way across to the presentation table. Thank you. Right, Goodison Park, we are nearly set for the presentations tonight. Thank you for staying with us. Mr. Alan Johnston, Chairman of the English Schools FA, will present the medals to both teams and managers, starting with today's match official. So can I ask our referee, Josh Smith, Yazid Saeed, Anthony Ferguson and Callum Jones to receive their medals for refereeing here at Goodison Park tonight. Now, I will ask our runners-up. Commiserations to Little Heath. Let's give their players a warm round of applause for their efforts today as they go and receive their medals from Alan Johnston. Once again, Goodison Park makes some noise for Little Heath. And finally, congratulations to SFX for winning today's final and becoming the ESFA Boys Under-15s PlayStation Schools Cup National Champions. Goodison Park, make some noise for the winners of the ESFA Boys Under 15s PlayStation Schools Cup National Champions, ESFA!